3, 2, 1, and we're live, Mike. Woo! Yay! Yay!
What happened to the
I gotta tell
countdown?
you, a lot of exciting things to talk about tonight, Mike. I know that we usually have a guest or a main topic, but tonight, Comic Book School is moving in, growing in new and exciting directions, thanks to our awesome audience. By the way, my name is Buddy Scalera, and we are on Comic Book School Live. It is the show about the craft and business of making comics. If you want to become a comic book creator, you're already a comic book creator, you want to move to the professional realm or just level up your skills, you have come to the right show. Wow, it looks like we've already got a pretty enthusiastic audience. What are they saying over there?
Well, they're talking about here. Let's pull up. We got where is it? Michael Giff. He's they're making Substack into a sandwich.
I like that. Good. Keep going.
And then Redhead is saying it's a hero stack, but she prefers mustard. Yep. Kind of mustard. Cut the mustard.
And
then we got Brian Acosta saying hello. Hello,
hey,
Brian.
Brian, hello. All right. So, Mike, we've got a lot to cover tonight. I don't know what does that face mean that Andrew Campbell's making?
I don't know. That's odd.
It's worrisome. All right, let them have their fun. Mike, with the usual intros, let me go this time because you're going to be carrying the show. As I mentioned, my name is Buddy Scalera. I've written many, many comic books. I started my career off as a journalist, working for Wizard, launched wizardworld.com with my good friend Mike Fasolo here. I published 6 books, including photo reference books and how-to books. I've written for Marvel with The Punisher and Deadpool, Richie Rich. You think I would know my own stuff. Apocalypse Boulevard and other self-published projects. And I am joined by my good friend and 3-time Emmy Award-winning, 2-time Annie Award-winning screenwriter, Mike Fasolo, who's best known for his work on Robot Chicken, but also known for many other things, and is also dabbling in comic book writing. Mike, let's get the cheering up there because we forgot to do all the cheering. Let's do cheering for both of us. All right. There we go. Get the microphone a little closer. All right.
We mistakenly called Matthew Giff Michael Giff.
I've been called Michael all my life. That's weird. Isn't that weird?
Yeah, I don't know why we did that. Oh, we got
De Comics de Habla Así. We speak comics here? Is that what it is?
I don't know.
We speak comics here? That is awesome. Wait, that is definitely a new person, isn't it, Mike?
No, they've been here before.
Hola. ¿Cómo está? Okay, so Mike, we got a lot to cover tonight. But first and foremost, more than anything in the world, we just want to celebrate with you that we have reached 20,000 subscribers. We thank you so much. Thank you all for joining us. It is the ongoing support that you provide when you leave comments, when you tell your friends about the show, when you tweet or you retweet. This is helping the show find an audience of people who are just like you, who want to think positively, act productively, and have fun while doing it. Right, Mike?
Exactly. 20,000 subscribers. I'm impressed.
When you started this show about just a little over 2 years ago, I think we were under 2,000. So you have helped the show go from about 2,000 to 20,000. If that's not impact, I don't know what is, Mike. I mean, really, that's the Mike Fasolo effect.
Well, all due to me, yes.
Well, you've actually been on more shows than me. You've been on more episodes than me. Right?
I don't know about that. I don't think
you have. You've the couple times where I wasn't available, you were on the show.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyway, thanks everybody, and please keep leaving those comments after the show. And if you have a social media account, feel free to tweet it out, share it out. If you like something, tell people about it. Money's gonna roll in now. Put that one back in. Put that one in. And that's incorrect. No, let's give him the bell. Because I think the money should start rolling in because creators should get paid for the work that they do. We don't often enough, but we should. But part of the show is about that very topic. And tonight we're going to be talking about Substack. So I asked AI, I was like, hey, AI, because I don't use it to like create art for me. I want to know what Substack was all about. So it's essentially, they considered it's like a blog platform, right? Ordinarily, we would have used WordPress. Medium is one of the competitors, but it is a growing platform. Lots and lots of active readers and subscribers. And I will note, and I've done some screenshots of this in preparation for the show, a lot of comic book creators are on it. It says that the top 10 publishers collectively bring in over 40 million a year. Mike, I cannot wait for the money to start rolling in for you.
I can't wait for it either. That'll be awesome. Yeah.
So, how much of it made since you launched it last week?
I haven't made anything yet because I actually haven't turned on the paid subscribers, but I actually do have a couple of people who have offered to pay.
Fantastic. Well, when they read the blog, maybe they'll
take their money back.
Maybe they'll regret that. But we're going to talk about what it was that you did to start this Substack, how easy or difficult it was. It is cross-platform, which I think is incredibly important. That is, I can read your upcoming project on my Android. I know you're an Apple person, right, Mike?
Yes.
Yeah. In fact, you're still clinging on to that Apple. You built tonight's slides in Keynote.
I did. I do have PowerPoint on my PC, which I have been using to do some editing. But it's just like everything is still on my Mac, so it's much easier just to do it.
All right. So just as a quick lay of the land, I was trying to find some of the most exciting creators who are on there, at least, that I started subscribing to since I joined the channel to follow you. I did not have a Substack account. We have Colleen Doran, who posts pretty regularly and seems to have truly mastered the platform. I'm going to see if we can get Colleen to come on the show. She's a tremendous artist, but also very savvy with Substack. Jerry Conway, the guy who killed Gwen Stacy, also wrote quite a lot of television shows. The original treatment for the Conan movie is on there. I will note that not everybody's very active, Mike. I think what you're going to be trying to do is to be very active, right?
I'm gonna try do one post a week to start off with.
All right. Don't reveal. Don't give the whole show away. They're going to log off. I think they know the answer already. All right. We got Mark Guggenheim, another Hollywood / comic book writer. Again, I some of them are consistent. Like looks like the last post here is August 12th. Chris Cross is on there. Love that artist. He's great. We were actually talking about him last week. We have Liam Sharp, who's a tremendous artist as well. But you can see over here 10 hours ago. So it looks like some creators are a lot more active than others. Scott Snyder has a good Substack as well. I agree, Andrew. This is Chris Simon, friend of the show. Chris does a weekly Substack. She's great. She just posts really insightful hot takes on comics, advice, things like that. So she's on the professional side. Jim Zub is there too. Yeah, there was tons of people. And then
now, did you just go and look these people up? Like, I'm going to look up, Chris Simon, or did you just know that she was already on?
No, it's a little bit of discovery. So if you look here, you can see who's giving hearts, who's giving comments. You can see the number of subscribers over here. You can click through and then see all their subscribers and then say, oh, I think I'm going to subscribe to this person. So I just, you click and you follow the thread of people and you see somebody you like Liam Sharp or Chris Cross, and you're like, oh, let me see who they're following. That's it.
Okay. Got to do a little research.
Quite a robust comic book community on there. However, again, you can subscribe to a lot of people. Doesn't mean they're actively posting. But Chris Simon is, and of course, Joe Quesada would have the most visually exciting layout in all of Substack. This Substack that Joe Quesada does is must read. I don't know how he does it. Like, no matter what he does, he's the best at it.
Yeah, I haven't tapped into his yet. You told me about it, but I haven't checked it out.
It is fantastic. Really insightful and detailed. And he wrote a post about his experiences with Neil Adams and the history of himself breaking in. And he posts early sketches and what conventions he's going to be on. So he's really mastered the platform. So a lot of comic book creators on it. Again, like any platform, your mileage will vary. It depends on how much they come back. But that brings us into the Mike Fasolo section of the show, where Mike, you're going to give us a little bit of insight. And I'm just going to lay back here and relax.
Well, you asked me to document how I signed up for Substack, which is super simple. It's just a couple of clicks around. You go to substack.com and you get this home screen and my little arrow here, which was a lot bigger in Keynote. Just go to create account and you click on that, and that'll bring you to a couple of little questions that they ask you. You can dive into your interests, you can put the things that you're interested in, things you're interested in learning about. You don't have to put anything. You click continue, you go over here to, it gives you a list of some creators you might like. You can immediately subscribe to any of these if you want, or you can not subscribe to any.
Now, let me ask you a question. What interest did you click?
I clicked on comics. I clicked on science. I clicked on music, technology. I clicked on a bunch of stuff. Humor.
Did you click humor because you're a professional humor writer?
Yeah, I clicked on humor. Yeah, and you can just click anything you want, just to check it out. Or you, like I said, you can not do anything, and just see what it throws you to begin with.
All right, keep going.
And after you do all this, it gets you to this screen where it just asks you for your email address. And then it brings you to the name you want to use, the handle you want to use, and you can put up a small bio, just, so people get to know you. And once you do that, you click on the final screen.
What did you enter for name, Mike?
Buddy Scalera. And yeah, then it's click on the QR code, scan the QR code, put your email address in, and after that, they bring you to the home screen, which I am actually going to bring you to my home screen if I can do this properly. Share my screen.
What do you think of my eyeglasses while you're working there? Do I look more intelligent?
You do.
I got something in my eye. I had gotten something in my eye and I hurt my eye, so I have to wear my eyeglasses. Okay. So what are we looking at now?
Are you actually seeing my home screen?
I see your vacation photos. Is that what I'm supposed to see?
Yeah. The photos that no one should ever see. This is just the Substack home screen where you go after you get the email and they tell you to click on it and sign up. And this is where they end up sending you. This is just a basic home screen. Here is where you can post kind of like a Twitter posting if you want. You could put in, oh, my cat had kittens.
Hold on a second. I'm going to put, while we're doing this, give me a second here. I'm going to put the link to your Substack so that people can do it. I mean, talk about like not knowing how to run our own show. Yes. Okay, so people can actually go right now because your show is actually live. Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah. Yeah, you can actually go. I mean, mine is mikefasolo.substack.com. And if you go there and check it out, oh, there's an activity going on. But yeah, this home screen is just where you can post notes, which is exactly like Twitter or Blue Sky or anything else. Just post what you want, few words that's on your mind, and that's the easy thing to do.
All right, now are you gonna post something and I'll see it?
Yes, I am gonna post something. I'm gonna go to. I'm just gonna show you a little bit around here. That's the home screen. If this is my dashboard. And this is where, after you get your page all signed up for, it can give you the little things. It helps you set up your basics. You can turn on paid subscriptions.
Don't keep me in suspense. Click on it.
Not doing that yet. And it gives you the analytics of what's going on with your page. How many people have opened your thing? How many people have read it? Blah, blah, blah. Same thing they do with YouTube. It gives you your latest post. You can save a bunch of drafts in here.
Mike, all I'm seeing is this girl with her hands above her head. I don't see anything. Are you pointing to something?
Oh, that's not scrolling?
No, all I see is the frozen thing of the girl with the yellow shirt and the pencil in her mouth.
Oh, maybe.
Oh, now I see
How
something.
about that?
Now I see something.
Sorry, I had to click tabs. Sorry. Yeah, so this is just a page with your analytics. See, I actually had people who pledged to me already.
Wait a minute. They pledged what? Like pledge allegiance, pledge
yes,
money?
They pledge allegiance. They actually pledged money. If I had my paid subscriptions turned on, I could be getting some money.
Wait a minute. So wait, how can they pledge to you if you don't have the paid stuff turned on yet?
Well, no, my page is up and running.
But you said they pledged to you?
Yeah, when you subscribe to somebody, you can either subscribe for free, or you can actually pledge a dollar amount.
No, I totally understand that. But somebody pledged. So did they subscribe to you or they pledged to you?
Well, they subscribed and then they pledged. Yeah.
Would they pledge if you don't have money turned on yet?
Well, it's kind of like, I guess putting it in escrow. They pledge the amount of money that they want to give to you. And if I turn on paid subscriptions, then it'll
go back to the top there. You already have money coming in?
Yeah. Well, these are just a couple of people who have pledged.
Like, I wouldn't even give you money.
I know. I wouldn't give myself money either.
I mean,
because you can do, I think it's $8 a month, or you can do $80 a year. Like, those are the only tiers, which I think is a little weird. They should give you, different options. But one person pledged $8 a month, and the other person pledged $80 a year.
All right.
But I haven't turned on paid yet, so they haven't gotten taken out of their account.
Let's see what the peanut gallery is saying. Okay, so Gatilda says no pledge yet. He's not convinced. Andrew Campbell says, if my ex-wife couldn't get any money out of me, what chances does Mike have? Well,
it's very true. That's very true.
Good. It's a donation. Will you accept donations, Mike?
I always accept donations.
That's nice of you. Glenn said, not for me. Like Ko-Fi. What's Ko-Fi? What is Ko-Fi another platform?
I don't know what Ko-Fi is. It probably is.
They are bots. So we'll see. All right. So they're bots. Aaron's not convinced. Aaron, not sure that those pledges are real. All right. Let's go back to the show and tell. All right. So you're here. So
we're here.
Through here. Walk us through what we're looking at.
This is just some of the analytics.
Fast. You got to go to the top and step by step. Take me through.
Okay.
Because I like to go slow. This
is called getting started.
I don't mean you don't have to talk half speed.
This is all just the basic setups that you can, that Substack will help you turn on. You set up your page. You can turn on paid subscribers if you want. These are already ones that I have done. You created a Substack. I've got my first 10 subscribers. You share your Substack and you create your first post.
You already have 10 subscribers and you just started?
I have 18 subscribers.
Did you get any during the course of this show just now?
I don't know. I got
go and see. Go to your subscribers. See if
yes, I got Andrew Campbell and Glenn subscribed to me.
Wow, look at that.
Does that pop up there? There it is.
That's pretty. Yeah, that's pretty. Yeah. I'm pretty impressed.
Yeah, already I got 2
All right,
more.
so you could make up to $176 this year. I'm not being funny. I mean, the fact that you haven't even turned it on and people are already willing to give you money.
Yes, this is what I can potentially make if I turn it on. And hopefully everyone else will pay me more and it won't just be $176.
Okay, so next you got these. Hold on, the peanut gallery's talking again. Let me see. Mike, you led Glenn Gatilda to reactivate his Substack. This is good.
Good job, Glenn. Good job.
Redheaded Ed is going to see if she can subscribe. We think that's good. Yeah, I am getting ahead of myself. Mike is, he's not getting any money out of me, Glenn. And Glenn, you're cheap, not as cheap as me, my friend. Not as cheap as we can go 1 for 1. I still have my communion money. All right. Go on, Mike.
Okay, so the rest is just your posts, the posts that you've already done, the drafts if you want to save any, because Substack is good because you can schedule all your posts. So if you want to put up 16 posts and just schedule them day by day, you can do that. So you don't.
So how many of these did you schedule in advance?
I scheduled just one in advance. These three right here are my first three posts. This first one was just kind of telling what the page is about. I don't know if I can click on it and you'll see it.
Okay, we don't see it. Oh, no, wait, we see it.
Yeah. So this was my first post, and it just basically is saying what I'm going to do. And I'm going to be telling a story about a character who quits his job and retreats to a cabin in the woods to finally finish the novel that he has been desperately.
So this is you as the author setting up what your novel will be about.
Yes.
It's like the back cover of the novel.
Yes. This is just given the basic rundown.
And you're going to be doing this journal style.
Yes. And then did I lose it? Did I lose that page? No. Then the second entry.
You got to go back to sharing website.
I lost my screen.
Gatilla just said all those wooden nickels. Yeah, like wooden nickels. Exactly.
This was this one.
Okay. Now, what are we looking at here?
This is my first entry. The story is being told in journal entries. So it's just kind of like a slice of life of this guy, and he's telling the story of what he plans to do.
And I will note that it paralleled so closely to Mike's real life that I called him and asked, did your father die and you inherit $300,000? He's like, no, that's the story.
That's the story. This is the whole point. Yeah, it's just a guy, and this is what he's doing. He decided that he's going to quit his job and he's going to go and write for an entire year, isolate himself in a cabin that his parents used to own. And that's what he is.
What are you on, like a call center?
Yeah, the phone keeps ringing and I can't turn it off.
Are you like, is there a customer service line running there? All right. So just to go back. So you're going to post every week one entry toward what? A complete book?
Toward a complete book. That's the idea. That's my idea.
All right. So every week, what day of the week? Do you have a day of the week? Is it like Tuesdays, every Monday? What are we going to do?
I'm going to try to do it every Monday, probably in the morning sometime, just because, I don't know, that just popped into my head that's the time that I want to do it.
Hold on. We got what's the phone on? And then we got complaint line ringing off the hook.
Those are all the people that have already pledged. They're like, they want their money back.
All right. So Redheaded Ed just said that she subscribed to you. Can you see that you have a new subscriber?
Let's see.
How quick does this show up?
I don't know. Yep, it just popped up.
Okay. So you're racking up the numbers.
Oh yeah, yes.
You're going big.
My numbers.
So you and I talked about this. There's going to be is there still going to be two parts to this? What's the plan for your publishing? Like you're going to have the book and the behind the scenes. What's the deal?
Oh, I'm going to try to do a behind the scenes about just talking about how the idea came up. What's my progress? If I'm writing 10 words a day or 10 pages a day, just little things behind the scenes of what I'm actually doing.
And now how often will you publish the part where you're talking about, behind the scenes?
The behind the scenes, that's not going to be every week. That's going to be now and then, whenever I decide to just be like, oh, here's something that I think people might find interesting.
So the whim of Mike.
Yes, the whim of Mike.
Which
that will be occasionally, because, I can't push myself too hard.
No. Hey, listen, you're making all these videos. You're cutting all these videos. Okay. So, go back to your dashboard. What does it show you with analytics and stuff?
Um, where is my, all right, you took my thing down. I gotta share my screen again. Oh, okay, now I gotta share my screen again.
We have a guest in the green room who's going to be popping on in a minute. The Whim of Mike is a great name for an autobiography. I agree, Matthew. I am with you. And one day you're going to have just put a phonetic pronunciation of your last name so we can say it properly. Is it GIF or GIF?
I believe it's GIF. I believe.
I'm going to say it's GIF.
Okay. Am I on the right tab?
So it looks like audience left says stats.
I don't know if I'm on the right tab. Hang on a second. Let me get to the right tab. I was just gonna.
We have a guest in the green room.
Okay.
Don't worry. He's
on
the food.
I don't know if I got any good food in the green room for him.
There was never any good food in the green room.
There's always good food in the green room.
All right, hold on. He's going to give me, while you do that, GIF. I'm not peanut butter. So I'm
Matthew GIF.
Matthew GIF. Or occasionally Michael GIF.
Yes, if whatever we decide.
Whatever we just. Oh, there you go. And then there's a Michael GIF as well. I'm not sure how he has two accounts, but I like it.
Okay. Now, here's the thing that what are you looking for in this? Are you just looking for like dashboard activity or what?
Yeah, I like my analytics. I like to know what's performing. I know that you're new to this, but if you go over to the left side there, the left rail, right, to the left navigation, where it says create now, that under that orange tab.
That's not analytics.
What is it?
Create now is going to do the post.
Okay, so this is your stats. It doesn't give you much.
My stats. These are these are the subscribers and the readers.
Will it tell you how much each post? Go to view stats. Will it tell you how much each post has gotten?
Oh,
there you go.
Yeah, it'll tell you.
Now, do you have one sitting in the queue, or are you going to push one live right now?
I'm going to push one live.
All right, everybody, get ready. Just hold on.
Okay, so what you do?
It's a very exciting moment. He's going to push one live.
This is very simple. You go to create new text post.
Now, did you have this in draft already?
I do have it all ready to go. Okay, so
this is the interface. It's got a little, formatting bar. I see. Okay.
If you click on the email and header, it will just show you what your, what the header is going to look like when people get the emails. It'll show you the header for all the posts, what it's going to say below it. And the email footers, which is usually either pledge your support or subscribe. Okay. And then we get back here. So I have all my what I'm going to post saved in the clipboard. So I'm just going to paste it in there.
We don't see your screen anymore.
What is going on? I got to go back here. If only we were more prepared for this show.
Well, I was plenty prepared. I didn't have to do anything.
Okay.
All right, there you go.
That should be it.
Yep, we see it.
So I pasted it in. This is what I'm going to use for my subtitle, because this was another thing that you recommended, so people actually know a little bit about what's going on.
So right now it looks like a regular blog post. And what are you doing? You're identifying which episode this is?
Yeah, I'm just typing in what this is. This is
journal entry 3.
Yep, this would be journal entry 3. And that's really about it. And there's there's buttons up here on the top that you can put in your little subscribe button, which will pop up at the bottom.
All right, now push it live. Let's see.
Subscribe to you, and then you hit continue. And this tells you who it's going to. You can make it to no one if you don't want to do anything. You can add in some tags. This is what the social preview will look like. You can put in your picture. Oh, no, because the picture's not going in just yet. And when you're all set, you hit send.
Woo! Hold on, let's.
And it's publishing.
All right. So for this, you already have made $176 a year. That's more than you've made writing fiction ever in your entire life.
Ever in my entire life, yes.
So let's get real. I mean, the biggest problem that most creators have, including you, is without a deadline, without an audience, it's really hard to stay motivated behind the scenes. So part of this strategy is for you to stay productive because people are watching.
Yes. And if I know that a lot of people, most of the people are just my friends, and they might read it. They might just subscribe once and never open it up again. But at least it's incentive to me to keep writing. I already have a few in the can ready to go. And
look at this. People are getting their emails.
There you go.
There you go. Hey, Mike, I hope you don't mind. We're going to bring in a guest who's a good friend of the show, and probably one of the people who told me about Substack. Please welcome back Michael Dolce. Mike, welcome back to the show. Mike has sub-hosted the show and actually did a sub-hosting show on the topic of Substack almost 2 years ago. I didn't even know what he was talking about, but he did a great job. And here we are 2 years later, catching up with your advice from 2 years ago, Mike.
I'm usually behind the curve.
This I was 2 years ahead of the curve.
Yeah, I was actually ahead of the curve on this. And you can never have too many mics in the show.
That's
true. I hope you bought Bitcoin early, Mike.
Funny story about that. One of my really good friends from college, in 2014, we were on a trip. We would do a friend trip with all our college folks. Oh, nice. Oh, there you go. Hello, Aaron. How's it going? Actually was telling us in 2014, he was trying to explain to us what Bitcoin was. And we all had this reaction saying, well, that's fake money. You're telling us it's fake money. And then he was trying to say, and I said, well, how do you get it? He goes, well, you download it to your wallet. And I'm like, what's a wallet? Like, I had no idea what a phone wallet was.
What a crazy idea.
He invested 75% of his life savings into Bitcoin in 2014.
How's he doing?
He's doing pretty good.
Yeah,
I bet he is. All right. So before we get too deep into this, Michael Dolce, just for the friendly audience who may not be familiar with you, give them the lay of the land. Tell them who you are as a creator, and also don't leave out that you're also part of the Wizard history.
Yes. No, it's funny. I bring that up a lot on podcasts now, and people are just so fascinated because there will never be another Wizard like ever again. So started my career just prior to Wizard, self-published a book called Crossfire. Didn't go anywhere, didn't do anything. Had to take a day job, and what better day job to take than Wizard magazine, right? So was at Wizard for a good 5 years. And
were they really good, Mike? Were they
actually, again, maybe it's the graduation goggles. I can't tell you, but everything's rosy when you look back on it. I don't know.
I remember it fondly too, and then I get into the specifics and I realize why I left. Go ahead.
That's true. It's true though. That's a great summary, buddy. I got to tell you, you're right on point with that. Released my self-titled debut, The Sire. That was the first one. It was through After Hours Press's subdivision, Aftershock Comics, and we did a whole bunch of good stuff there. Did some stuff at Image, some Zenoscope stuff. Started my own podcast back in 2016, and now I am the co-publisher of Dren Productions, which is, we have a ton of books. They're in stores now. And I also work with a company called Rogue Matter, which is launching out in LA as well too. Another it's a digital studio, but we're also going to be in bookstores as well too. So it's going to be fun, exciting.
How do you keep track of all the things you're doing? Because
I'm doing a lot of stuff. I'm doing a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I honestly tuned out halfway through while you were talking. I stopped paying attention.
Look at that. Oh, beautiful, right?
Now I'm familiar with The Sire. I've read The Sire, which I won't pay for. I make Mike give it to me.
And look, Romans Rise.
I won't pay for anything.
He's probably making more than $176 a year.
Ironically enough, I make nothing off my Substack, but I love it dearly. Mike and Buddy, you guys did a great job of going through the nuts and bolts of Substack. They just upgraded their stats. So, Buddy, for you, they have a whole new dashboard for stats. So what you guys we're actually looking through is a brand new dashboard for it. I'm a huge fan of Substack for a number of reasons. One of which Mike is taking advantage of, which is that you get to use it to stretch some creative muscles when you need to. And it puts you, it's almost like going to the gym, right, Mike?
Oh yeah, exactly. Gym for the brain.
What is a gym, Mike? I don't know what.
Well, it's basically, you know, I would be in shape if I went to the gym every day, right? I would be a good writer if I wrote every day, and you can actually kind of use it. So that was my analogy of the day. What I will also say though is 2 years ago, the same reason I love Substack is it is an ecosystem. So, Buddy, you do a great newsletter. When you do the newsletter, you used to do the newsletter very aggressively back in the day. I would read that newsletter. I love that newsletter. I think it's great. You post the jobs that are available in comics. You post what's going on in your world. It's great stuff. Take that, move it to Substack, because the beauty of Substack is you post it out. It's in an ecosystem where other people can literally just stumble across it and subscribe to it, versus doing MailChimp, which is great. MailChimp is what I recommend people do for newsletters. However, you post it, it just goes to your, I don't know, 200 followers, 2,000 followers. It could be 20,000 followers. Doesn't matter what it is. It stays there and it dies there. Substack is a community, and it's a community of writers, especially for writers. It's a great place for writers because that's where all the writers have flocked to. You become part of this community, become part of the conversation. There's a social media ecosystem attached to it. People can find you. You can post essentially tweets. They're essentially tweets. Yeah. It's called notes. People read that. You can promote. So you put a newsletter out. It doesn't just die. It lives on in Substack. You can promote it. You can gain followers just of you as a note poster, a note taker, whatever you want to call it, what you want to call it. So every day I get, hey, someone subscribed to you here. Someone subscribed to you here. Plus, because it's an ecosystem, Chris Simon, who was my guest way back 2 years ago when I think we talked about Substack, or I know I definitely talked to her. I think I was filling in for you for a couple episodes. We had her on, and she was debating whether to do a Substack. And I said, look, it's great because you could recommend other Substacks. And I've gotten many subscribers. This person found you because of Chris Simon's Substack, or I have another writer that we cross promote each other. There's a real ecosystem to it. Oh yeah, it's an awesome. That's the Editor Girl Substack. You should definitely subscribe to it anyway. Talk about
very insightful. And so here's the question, Mike. I'm leaning and looking into Patreon.
We talked about this. Yeah.
I think one of the things that I don't like about the Substack is that they do have higher pledge levels. So that's tough. Like,
you can make your own pledge levels though.
I've never seen that. I don't know.
No, you're right. No, I think that's something they're going to do. I follow a Substack, and that is something that they were talking about. You're right. Okay, continue, buddy. Go ahead.
So the thing that I currently like better about Patreon for Comic Book School is it's more of an ecosystem that will tie into Discord.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Whereas Mike
100%.
Yeah. What Mike doesn't need, Mike just needs to blog the book.
Yep.
Right. So by the end of, right now it's September. Yep. By the end of 12 calendar months, Mike will be done with his book.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah. It's a 1 year. Don't just commit to it. By the end of this calendar year, 12 months, he will have completed the book. And then at the end of the next September, he will be on this time next year, hawking and saying, I've completed this. And then the following month, he'll put it on like KDP, Kindle Direct Publishing, and he'll start his next book.
Yep.
That's good for Substack because it is so writer oriented.
100%.
For Patreon, I feel like we have so much behind the scenes material that people have never seen. I feel like Patreon's just more robust from a multimedia perspective, and they allow lower tiers, much lower tiers. I don't know. What do you think, Dolce?
I don't disagree with you, actually. One of my, I hate to admit it, but I'm a Jets fan, New York Jets fan. and I obsess over the team. And one of my favorite things to do is follow somebody who on X, who exactly what you're doing. He has a New York Jets podcast and Discord channel, and it's all linked together. And if you're, I've gone down the YouTube rabbit hole because we got, once smart TVs came around, I started watching more YouTube. There's a show called The Y Files. I love it. It's awesome. It's all about Mike knows it. Yeah,
I know. Yeah, yep.
That guy's great, right? But if you notice at the end of every YouTube episode, it says go follow us on Patreon, go follow us on our Discord server. So
you'll find a lot of YouTubers do that.
Yes.
That's what I see on a lot of the YouTube shows that I like, is they're driving you to either Patreon or OnlyFans.
So or both. So what I would say is this: I don't disagree with you in any way, shape, or form. I think they're both available for you as resources. I do think mostly writers go to Substack and artists, podcasters go to Patreon. Now, there's two schools of thought on that, though, right? You could be a big fish in a little pond or a little fish in a big pond, right?
Which is bigger, Patreon or Substack?
Neither. I'd say it's based on the audience, right? If most of the podcasters are going to Patreon, maybe going to Substack is a good thing because they do have tools for that, and maybe you stand out there versus on Patreon. That being said, I don't know what kind of ecosystem Patreon has. I don't know. I know they've been trying to incorporate that. I know MailChimp has been trying to incorporate that as well too. I don't know how successful it is because 2 years ago, I diverted over to Substack and I haven't looked back. My Patreon account is a withered old log cabin at this point that it's still up there. Yeah, that's true, Glenn. I actually know exactly what you're talking about. He says the Y Files, but he's the AI in there, but it's fine. I would say there is, your Substack could be a lead for the Patreon. I wouldn't do both, to be honest with you.
I want to close some stuff down. Like everybody was like, go on Blue Sky. And everybody, all the comic book people are on Blue Sky. I went to Blue Sky. Twitter, here's the thing about social media. It used to be social. Now it's algorithmic.
Correct.
Even YouTube. This show does not get well indexed because we don't feed well into the rage machine. If we started talking about political topics and using, dog whistle terms that raise we would have lots. We want to maintain the integrity of the craft and the business of making comics. We don't talk about politics. We don't get personal with people. We've never had two opposing views on anything anywhere ever. So that's the problem. People can subscribe to the show, but algorithmically, we're not coming to the top of anybody's feed. And that's why I feel like
no, that's not true. You came to mine. I'm not even joking. Comic Book School, I get the live stream. It pops up. I don't get the live stream. I get the day after.
Do you?
I do.
But you know what I mean? Like the rage machine.
I know.
Is what social media is that's how their algorithms tuned.
I don't disagree with you. I will say, and again, bringing up the Y Files, I read an interview with him and he actually said he tried doing all of that when he started out. And he decided, you know what? I'm just going to do what I want to do. And all of a sudden, that's when things started clicking. And he said, instead of appealing to the youth, which is what all the YouTube recommendations were, have cut, fast cut videos and have, the thumbnails of this and that, all this other stuff. He says, I'm just gonna make a show that I want to watch.
Yeah, he's a great storyteller. That's what
he is. A great storyteller, and it's a great show because it'll take a conspiracy theory. He will narrate it for 30 minutes or whatever, as if it's 100% true, and in the last 10 minutes, he debunks like 90% of what he talks about at the end.
He breaks it all down, which is great because when you're listening to the conspiracy theory part, you're like, oh my God, the aliens are here.
We didn't land on the moon.
and then he breaks it all down. He's like, none of this really happened, but he does it again in a good way.
But what I think helped him is his Patreon account and his Discord account, because that's, I think, where he drove the audience. So it's definitely, that's definitely, I you know what, for podcasting, I think you can't go wrong with either way. I think no matter what happens though, Substack and Patreon, you literally have to build an audience, and that's your number one concern. The one advantage Substacks has, though, over Patreon is that you have to have people actually subscribe to your Patreon. Whereas in Substack, you can go to a convention, you can put you can have a wheel on your table, and you can say, get a free tchotchke if you spin this wheel. Oh, how do I spin the wheel? Give me your email address. Great. I got your email address. I put it in your Substack. You are now subscribing to my Substack. Patreon doesn't have that option, at least as far as I understand.
Interesting.
So for me and for James Masia of Dren, we built a newsletter list of combined 100,000 people from conventions and just building the audience and growing the audience, and then conventions, and then growing the audience, and then conventions, and then growing the audience and growing the audience. Yes, I know. Aaron loves the wheel is the best, man. The wheel is the best. But yeah, we built that audience. You can't. No, artists are entrepreneurs. Artists should focus on art, not marketing. I disagree. They don't pay it. They don't pay you to act. They pay you to create. They pay you to market.
Unfiltered new, Mike?
Unfiltered is a new one. Yes.
Oh, wait, bring Unfiltered on. We always welcome them in style. Hold on one second. Let me. Unfiltered, welcome to the show. We're excited to have you. Hold on, let's give a round of joining us. Thank you. Welcome. I hope you subscribe. It's interesting what Unfiltered says, though. If you could pull that back up. I mean, I think that, art can be pure. Art, if you want to reach an audience, art, if you want it to keep the lights on in your house, is something different. And it becomes a commercial part of art, or commercializing and marketing the art that you do. So it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to change your art, Mike. Like you said, you don't have to feed the rage machine. We do what we're going to do here. There's been plenty of people have given us advice. Like, here's how you'll get, an argument, take on a hot topic. We're like, we don't do that. We don't, that's not where we go. We care about helping people write better, draw better, giving them those resources. And again, going back to Patreon, there's a limit to what we can do here on the show. And I can drive them back to my website, but the website, as you said, is not an ecosystem. Getting people to go back to your website I closed down my blog. Yeah. I'm going to close down Facebook soon. There's a point where the ecosystems aren't working anymore. That's
the beauty of the Substack, and I stand by this point. It combines the blog element with the social media ecosystem, and that's what made it so great. Because now, when we do have Kickstarters, and Dren Productions does Kickstarters, I mean, we're doing twice a month Kickstarters. One on my page, one on Dren's page, sometimes two on Dren's page at the same time. He actually now has gotten to that level where he can do two at a time. And Kickstarter will let them do that. We're able now to massage the audience and say, hey, look, you come for the Substack. Meanwhile, here's what we're doing and we have going on. And then it also spreads to that ecosystem, and then more people follow and more people can check it out. And, I do think you got to do one or the other. I do agree. It's got to be either Patreon or Substack. Don't waste time on a blog. And I got to tell you, don't waste time on a newsletter anymore. Move it to one of those platforms and make that your delivery system.
Yeah, there you go, bud.
Hold on, I'm pulling up Michael Dolce's
sirestudios.substack.com.
Oh, I'm gonna have to subscribe to that one.
Wait, yes, I will subscribe right back.
Is it this one? Hold on.
I just put it in the chat if you want to put it up there.
Oh. I didn't see it.
Oh, it's in the private chat.
Oh, in the private chat.
Whoa, that's for Patreon. That's for Patreon users only, and for your Discord, Discord server.
I'm going to put it directly in the comments here, and then I'm going to add it to the banner.
Look at this. Look at this. We're moving along. We're making big strides here.
All right, Mike, you came on because you have a Kickstarter to promote, I think, right?
Oh, we definitely have a Kickstarter. We always have a Kickstarter to promote. That's the beauty of it. It is.
Is this where they should go to keep track of the Kickstarter?
Yes, 100%. I'll be actually posting on Substack tomorrow. We have a book launching next week, which is called Little Red Riding Hood. It is an amalgam of, Robin Hood and Little Red Riding Hood. and it's from the genius that is.
Why didn't you combine it with like Boys in the Hood and like just have
Little Red Riding
Hood in the Hood?
James Masia is one of the most prolific writers I've ever been associated with. I've known him since college. He just writes and writes. One day we're just like, all right, we kind of have a hole in our schedule. What can we do? He's like, well, I have this finished book called Little Red Riding Hood. I'm like, all right, let's do it. So I'm actually the editor on the book. I just finished a Sire Kickstarter and another book called Plan 79 from Outer Space.
I've seen that. Yep.
We have new stuff coming out just all the time.
No, I won't pay for anything, Mike. Are you going to give me this stuff for free?
Oh, at New York Comic Con. You got to come to New York Comic Con.
Because you actually pledged Fry Apocalypse Boulevard, and you're the only person that I didn't give the books to, right?
That's true, actually. That's true. So that's your problem. I have a special guest that just joined me as well, too. I have a prolific.
I just was going to save on shipping. I was like, I'll save on shipping. I'll see Mike. And then it was like 2 years later, and you're like, you never gave me my books. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, you'll have to give it to me in New York Comic Con.
All right, I'll give it to you in New York Comic Con, and then you give me free stuff because I won't pay for anything.
Done and done.
All right, so if they go here, what do you want them to? Hold on, let me see. Let me just.
So the Sire Studio Substack, I got to be honest with you, I use it as a kind of an amalgam of what I used to do on the podcast, which is kind of talk about topical things. And then at the end, I always tell them, hey, by the way, this is what we have going on. And then there's some more straightforward posts where I'm just literally telling you, hey, I got this going on. And go check it out and check out the cool stuff.
Yeah, hold on, I'm pulling it up right now. Is it this one? Okay, this is where they need to go, Mike.
Yeah. So tomorrow will be about Little Red Riding Hood. But this one is Last Chance for Plan 79. So go click on Happy Accident Created Zombies. That's a great example of my amalgamation. Talking about Plan 79 number 3. I'm working with a co-writer on this. I was plotting the whole book, and he was executing the script for us. His name Dennis Knight. Really nice guy. You know Dennis.
Oh, yeah, we know Dennis. Dennis is part of the comic book school family. Mike, Fasolo, look, he's embedding images.
Oh, yeah, I can embed images. I'm going to start putting pictures in there, too.
Oh, and there's our friend Dennis. We know Dennis. Dennis has been with comic book school for years.
Yep. So I was too busy to actually do the script, but I had this plot. And so he helped kind of execute the plot that I was doing. But by issue 3, it was by the end of issue 2, I actually got to a point where I was like, how do I end this thing? And by the end of issue 2, it just wrote itself. And it just made sense that zombies were going to, like, the ghoul from Plan 9 from Outer Space. That's what the whole book is based off of, the Ed Wood classic Plan 9 from Outer Space. The ghoul from Plan 9 would just somehow be on the spaceship because Plan 79 is in the future, and he would raise the dead. And I said, man, that's just a happy accident. And I wrote in more detail. So if you go, if you click on Happy Accident Created Zombies, that's much more detail about, it kind of gives you a behind the scenes, but I do a little more narration as to, how I ended up, where I was, why the best scripts are the ones that write themselves. And that was the topic. But so it's promotional in the sense that it's promoting, hey, Plan 79, you got to go get it. And you got to go act now. But at the same time, it's giving subscribers a little inside baseball look, added at the same time. And I like when I do that. I like when I'm able to kind of, be very topical. And like I said, there is some Substacks where I am just, I thought Superman was interesting, right? Because Superman was not a political movie. And people tried to make it a political movie. And I watched it. I go, that's not a political movie. Yes, there are themes that if you really want to think about it, yes, it could be about immigration. And you could really tie it to our today's world. But why are we doing that with Superman? And you don't have to. That was the beauty of the movie. And so I wrote a Substack about that. And then again, at the end, I kind of said, hey, and by the way, I've got Sire Kickstarter going on. So go check it out. So it's a great amalgamation of, I get to kind of just say what I'm thinking and at the same time bring people into the fold into what I'm doing.
All right. So I was trying to get this pulled up. This is your actual Kickstarter, Mike. Yeah. You've already exceeded your goal. This is done, right?
Oh yeah. It's at the printers right now.
So, but people should be following you because you do a lot of these things.
Oh yeah.
So if they want to follow you, see, I'm going to take down some of my socials. There's just too much. I'm spread too thin. So no one's ever said thin about me, but in this case, I'm spread too thin, and I can't keep up with them anymore. So I'm going to start closing socials down, and I'm going to move. So I'm on the fence. I really like Patreon. I understand what you're saying though about the Substack. I'm leaning towards Patreon, and both of them have free levels. You don't have to charge money. I just want a place that's not on the rage machine of social media.
I really feel like Patreon is a lot more work. And I don't mean that in the sense of like, oh gosh, it's work. But it's the same, because you have to get those people to actually subscribe. You have to get them to click on something. And it's utilizing your newsletter to then send them to your Patreon to then get into your Patreon. Whereas your Substack is your newsletter.
But can Patreon be my newsletter?
100%. But because you can't just transfer your newsletter over to it.
Yeah, but I thought the Patreon is also like a newsletter too.
No, it is. But I'm saying I literally went to my MailChimp. I exported all of my subscribers and I imported them right into Substack. And it's it. That became my newsletter.
Are you allowed to do that?
100%.
Yep, he did it. So what are they going to do now?
All right, so we have a couple minutes left in the show, Mike. So they're going to subscribe. They're going to go subscribe to you on the customer funnel becomes a customer loop to loop. I wish you wouldn't use technical terms like that. Like, sometimes I can't understand. All right, they should go there. They should also check out your Kickstarter
go to
work.
Substack. That's a great place to go. It's a great place to get all the info. Obviously, follow me on Kickstarter. That's great if you can. But if not, don't worry about it, because you'll hear about it on Substack. And it's free to subscribe. I don't charge anybody to do Substack. I had somebody actually pledge a future subscription, which was nice.
That's nice.
But until I'm ready to do what Mike's doing, where I'm actively posting every week for sure with actual content, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
All right, that's fair.
Even though I'm doing that, I haven't even turned on the subscription stuff yet.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. All right, so we're gonna wrap it. Mike Dolce, you want to hang in here as we wrap up the rest? Can you stick around?
I can, except my friend Mr. John Robertson, who is an unbelievable screenwriter, just showed up, and we're gonna.
All right, Mike, thank you so much for joining us today. Let's give him a round of applause, everybody, for joining and always being such a good friend of the show. And I think the next time we'll see you. Hold on, for the bigger cheer.
Oh, wow, I got the big applause.
That's the big cheer. So we'll see you at New York Comic Con, yes?
Absolutely. Same booth as last year, right opposite the Marvel booth upstairs.
All right. Nice. Have a good one, Mike. Thanks again and good luck.
Thank you, guys.
Bye. So I'm on the fence, Mike.
I mean, I think he has a good idea. If you just take the newsletter that you already have written and just import them into Substack, maybe do a little tweaking, update them a bit.
Well, I'll see if I could do the same thing with Patreon. I don't know if I can or not. So
I don't know. I mean, everybody knows what Patreon is, and there have been a couple people who I've sent the link to Substack to, and they're like, "What's Substack? What are you talking about?
What is this Substack?"
But it's the same thing. Once you tell them what it is, it's very simple to pop on there.
All right, so Mike, we are now up to. Oh, thank you, Philip Burnett. We are up to 20,034 subscribers, and in no short reason to your relentless editing. Do it. You can do it. And that's no small part, Mike, to the work that you're doing, the wonderful work that you're doing, creating shorts and reels. If you're not yet subscribed to Comic Book School Live, you definitely should. And there's a bell on it to be alerted. And Mike's been putting up more and more interesting content. And, as Mike said, we've got the foundation. We've got the people who are here on the show with us, Mike. But the problem that we run into is there's a limited way of interacting. And we wanted to level set the conversation a little bit more. So wherever we go, be it Patreon or Substack, we're probably going to also open up a Discord that'll allow everybody to share equally, share your art, share your story ideas, different things like that, contests, have some fun with it. So we will end up somewhere, and we will be closing down some of the socials.
Matthew Creaky has a Kickstarter launching in a couple days.
Well, Creaky, put the URL in the right in there. Congratulations, put it in there. All right. Yeah, name drop. Go ahead. The door is open, my friend. Go.
Hey.
Put the URL in there.
Oh, look, we got Sean Chen's here.
Oh, Sean Chen. Sean Chen will get premier tier automatically. I don't have a wrench. All right, here we go.
It must be called the Night Slayers.
All right. Well, Creaky, when you get it next week, we'll put it in the chat window. This way you get a little bit of juice out of it because we support our community. Anyway, Mike, we're probably going to start shutting down some of these other channels. It doesn't make as much sense to support them. I know that everybody's got their favorite. We're YouTube. That's it.
Yeah, that's basically it. Yeah,
that's all we're good at. But we do have a community spotlight.
Oh, who's community spotlight this week?
This is always a surprise for you, and I don't know if our community spotlight person is here tonight. It would be a shame if they weren't. It's Sean Chen. Sean Chen. No,
Chen.
All right. Hopefully he's in the audience. I didn't see him tonight, but tonight's community spotlight. Oh, wait, is that it? Yes, Victor Medina.
Victor Medina. Yes, he's got.
You get 2 rounds of
Wow, turn that volume down.
He's a terrific artist.
He's fantastic. Yeah, I follow him on Instagram.
He's on the Instagram. He's a terrific artist. I mean, not for anything, but like we all joking aside, it's like, wow, that guy's really good.
And now he's a community spotlight member.
Yeah. So it's too bad the one day he doesn't show up. He is he's not there, but the Funk Jam soundtrack tells us that the show is over, everybody. We thank you so much for joining us. We hope that this part of the craft and business of making comics was useful to you, learning about how to use Substack to possibly build a community and maybe even monetize your community like Mike is going to be doing. But also, Mike's going to be using Substack as a public proof that he has a deadline, right, Mike?
And incentive to keep me going.
Now, they'll be able to comment on your work as you go.
They can comment. They can. Yep, I see all the comments.
Will that pitch you into depression if somebody gives you like one negative comment?
No. If I get 2, maybe, but that first one, I'll just kind of write that one off.
All right. Well, here's the thing, Mike. I am so proud of you for beginning this journey. This is meaningful. This is your second book that I know about. You've inspired Andrew Campbell, and I think that it's pretty awesome that you're going to be going from what we call blog to book. And I think that this is the way. This is the way. There are no more rules in comics, and you're like, I'm just going to do my own thing. Yep.
Well, now you got to join Substack and start getting your comics out there.
Well, that's, if I do the Patreon or the Substack, the comic that I'm currently working on, about it. Redheaded Ed is aware of it. It will become the behind the scenes channel. Yeah. So, and as Michael Giff has said, now that you said it publicly, it means you have to finish.
Yep, that's what it means.
You got nervous there when you even said that. All right, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. We will see you again next Tuesday. We love to see you, and keep making comics. Good night, everybody.